Okay, usually I write a little script for me to read out loud, but I literally forgot to do that this week, so you guys are going to get my bare minimum. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is first and foremost a really absurd story. Second, there are a lot of fish. It started out as a show on the radio made by Douglas Adams, and the lady who sold the book to me also told me that there was a movie made in 2005, which is cool. It means I am one movie old. So, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a book which also existed in the story of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's an absurd book, which is my excuse for why this episode is also absurd. But anyway, the story of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy follows a man named Arthur Dent, a man whose backstory isn't important other than the fact that he's unfortunately British and funny. He's saved from the destruction of the Earth by his friend named Ford Prefect. That's not his actual name, but not even Ford, nor the universe of the nor the galaxy, nor the president of the galaxy know his name because of complicated reasons that include his dad dying because of his name. Anyway, Fort Prefect is an alien from somewhere in the Betelgeuse part of the universe, and luckily for us, he's a hitchhiking alien from Betelgeuse, who decides to save himself and Arthur from the Earth's destruction by hitching a ride on the people that are destroying the Earth to build a space bypass. At least they get saved by the cooks from those people, because the bypass builders, the Vogons, don't really do the whole saving thing. Anyway, the Vogons find out that they've caught hitchhikers, decide to poetry blast them, and then blast them out into the vacuum of space. Don't worry though, this little detail comes in handy when they accidentally get saved by the president of the galaxy, who is now on the run from the galaxy because he stole a ship. Where was I? Right, he stole a ship. Now pay attention. His name is Zaphod Beeblebrox. He stole a ship named the Heart of Gold that can also do magic science fuckery, which magic science fuckery saves Arthur and Ford. Now pay attention again. Zaphod has a companion named Trillian, sort of, who is both a woman that Arthur failed to pick up months ago at a party in London because Zaphod picked her up, and she is also an astrophysicist. Anyway, she brings mice. The mice are doing this all, by the way, in a sort of way. The mice are both extra-dimensional beings that are on a quest for the ultimate question, so they know what the ultimate answer to everything, life, and the universe actually means, but the mice are also not that much in control, because this task was entirely delegated to a supercomputer. Okay, technically speaking, two supercomputers, they delegate the answer of the universe, life, and everything to one supercomputer named DeepThink that takes 7 million years to come up with the answer. And then when they get the answer, 42, they don't know what that means. So they build a second supercomputer named the Earth. Designed by Deep Thought, by the way. So this second supercomputer grows organic life, which is how humans originate, and then also gets destroyed by the Vogons 5 minutes before it completes its task of rendering the ultimate question of everything. So the mice aren't happy. Now, another thing. There is also a planet not called Margarita. It's named Magrathea. They used to make planets 5 million years ago, but because of the economic crisis, that the people from Magrathea decided to plug themselves into freezers so that they can continue making planets when there are rich enough people again, which will never happen again. But anyway, it probably won't happen that the galactic economy will ever recover enough for them to offer their services again, but because the mice put in a special request hey, that planet you built us, the supercomputer one, yeah, I got blasted 5 minutes before completion. Could you make us another? Which, Magrathea has better fucking has a better return policy than my store does, but anyway. Than my bookstore. But yeah, because the mice put in a special request, there is a poor Margarita man named Slartibartfast that has to switch up real quick from making Earth 2 to trying to harvest Arthur's brain when the mice decide to switch up. If you want to know why, first of all, never ask me why. Second, I suggest reading the book. Now, my opinions. Trillian, underrated. Marvin, also underrated, but because I already said that, I will call him overrated. This episode, rushed. The book, good. Subversive. The origin of a bunch of pop culture references that I didn't know weren't pop culture ones. Arthur, whack. Zaphod, one whack for each head. Ford, should have been drunker. Slaughterboard fast. Innocent of all crimes. And the mice were mice. Now, some general notions. How much does Arthur miss the Earth? As much as he can imagine a McDonald's. Will the Hitchhiker's Guide ever be finished? No. What was my favorite thing about the book? The fact that my friend who has also read the book likes that the fish. Just likes the fish. That's it. The fish are silly. End episode.